Mom and Dad, just going to tell you a little bit about what's going on and tell you a little bit about how things are going here in this area. And just basically take the place of a letter.
Tell them why you got that dot on your face.
Oh, there's this kid. And boy, he's a vicious. His name is...
He picked him up by his hair and the kid got mad at him.
Well...
And fought back.
Okay, this little kid... He's this little black kid, but it's got straight hair and it sticks straight up, worse than Michael's does.
We call him buckwheat.
Yeah, I call him buckwheat. Anyway, this little freak picked up this pole and started beating the crud out of his little brother's tricycle. His little brother, got kind of defensive, so he jumped on his own tricycle. His brother just kept on beating him, almost hit his little brother. Well, I got fed up with it. Came up and picked him up by the hair and told him he better quit it.
By his hair! The kid's about 11 or 9, 10 years old.
So he deserved it, man. You leave your little brother alone. So I picked him up by the hair, told him where to go, and put him down, and he just had a conniption fit. He just went to convulsions almost. He was so mad. His parents didn't care at all. They thought he deserved it. Anyway, he kicked me for about 10 minutes after we sat down to eat. Just kept kicking me, and that's he scratched my face.
That's a lie.
Well, that's true.
It's a good story.
Everything I said was true.
Oh, I thought you said it was a zip.
Well, it got a little infected. Come on. Everything I said was true, which is true.
This is great because this is on the first of his tape,
Yeah.
and all his family goes, "Well, what's his companion look like? What's his companion look like?"
You'll see, Mike.
But they can only hear me right now.
It's true. It's true. And but other than that, incidentally, at that meeting with this little freak of a kid, and the whole family was freaking out. They had this 12-year-old daughter, all around, the adults that were talking religion and stuff. The Albright family.
You guessed without us even telling you.
Yeah. Well, anyway, this girl talked non-stop for about 20 minutes.
And we had a brand new investigator at their house too.
Yeah. She talked about some of the most. Anyway.
Stupid.
Yeah. Anyway. Beg your pardon? We're back now. She was just wondering if I wanted her to turn that off. I told her, heck no, that you didn't care if we were not in a monk-like state all the time. Anyway, just to tell you a little bit about how the work's going. Things are really, really moving out here. There's been found at least, actively teaching 10 new people.
Our teaching pool went from 4 to 14 in 3 weeks.
Something like, yeah. So things are really moving out here.
You want to raise?
I beg your pardon? No, I don't want to raise. Yeah, this is not. Well, it's
Donations
not
are accepted.
Yeah, it's not. We need them. It's not. It's not me. Otherwise, I wouldn't have said anything. It's not even Elder Hancock. It's just that these people are ready to hear the gospel, and we happen to be the missionaries in the area that happen to be fortunate to teach them. It's a great, great privilege to be here. It seems like, all the time, the Lord leads us around. Sometimes we just feel, He and I just feel so impressed to go someplace or to knock on some door. I remember one time we were looking for a callback, and we were looking for this woman named Uretha Sharp, and Uretha is this black woman, and her house is run down, to say the least. And her dress was worn off the top of the door. And
The roof is worn off the house.
Yeah, the bricks are worn off. Everything's worn off. Anyway, we were looking for the number. We weren't sure. We were pretty sure that was a house, but we weren't positive. And so we knocked on the door. No one was home. Started to go get back in the car. Now all of a sudden, Elder Hancock and I both looked at each other, and there's a trailer off a couple of 100 yards off in the field. And we said, "Let's go knock on that door." Sure, we can't hurt anything. So we went on there and knocked on the door, and there was a foreign exchange student there at the house. And so the man who answered the door said, "Oh, come on in. You're the Mormon missionaries, aren't you?" We said, "Yeah, we are." He said, "Well, come on in." Well, we were just as excited as could be. He said, "I've got someone I want you to meet." Well, our hearts sunk a little bit. Maybe there's a Mormon in the house or something. But there was this foreign exchange student. He wasn't a member of the church, but he's from Japan. And he had been taking the missionary lessons in Japan. Well, he couldn't speak English very well at all. And so we kind of halfway communicated. Finally, after 10 minutes, decided that we weren't going to get anywhere, and that I could just get his address, and that I could forward it, to Salt Lake, and they could give it to the elders he lived with and get back with him. But he finally got across to me that he's already got arrangements to pick up on the fourth discussion. And so that was, that's what we were going to do. Well, before I left, I just said, well, listen, our message isn't just for Japanese. We'd very much like for you to hear our message as well, speaking to the owner of the home. And he said, well, sure, come back. And so we did, and we taught him and his wife. And that night after we taught him, they said, well, we'd very much like you to come back, and so we did. And the second time we came back, they invited one of their friends to come and hear the lessons as well. And it's all because the Lord told us to go not, we don't go attracting. And so it wasn't attracting, well, it was attracting approach, but it wasn't really attracting at all. We were just not looking for a callback, and we felt impressed to go knock on that door, Dan, right now, And I was just, okay, I'll go. And it really hasn't been until I came on my mission that the Spirit started, telling me things to do when I wasn't praying. It used to be I had to be on my knees before I could get really any guidance from the Lord, and if He was guiding me beforehand, I didn't know it. But now, it's different, and it's exciting just to be a part of it and to be an instrument in the Lord's hands. It's also really, there's been just countless things that have happened like that. I'm not sure if you're going to get the part where my companion Elder Hancock talked about this, but I'll tell you anyway. Last time I talked to you, I mentioned that I was having an opportunity to sing a lot in this area, even more so than in my last area. And there's a certain man, a man named Jay Giles, that lives out here in Lake Los Angeles. And he has been antagonistic towards the church for a number of years. And there was a time where he wouldn't even let home teachers come to the door. He'd run them off his property. And his wife, his seminary teacher, just a magnificent woman, has 5 daughters, and just a good family, a good, righteous, upstanding Latter-day Saint family. But yet the husband is not only not a member, but antagonistic, as I said. Well, anyway, we got a dinner calendar, and the Giles were on it. Well, we didn't know that he was antagonistic, but we mentioned, who are you going to dinner now? We're going to the Giles. The Giles? Oh, you're going to get run off, man. And we, well, okay. And we had 3 or 4 people tell us, you're going to the Giles. Good luck. Well, when we got there, Brother Giles had an operation, and he had began to become more serious about life. And yet, when we got there, we were talking to him, and he even sat down to eat with us. Rather than instead of running off, he sat down and talked to us, which was extremely different for him. And I mentioned, started talking to find out what he said. He mentioned that he used to be a professional guitarist, and he used to play in a band. I said, well, really, I used to do a lot of singing before I came up. He goes, really? And he broke out the guitar, and we started singing. And it just so happened that I had sung at sacrament meeting that very day, and I had some sheet music in my car. And we brought out the sheet music. It was, of course, religious lyrics. Lord, are you there? Do you hear my prayer? Do you really care? That type of a song. And a young boy prayed, and I know that I can pray too. I mean, lyrics that really would hit home for someone like that. And that was in my car. So I went and got him and brought him. And we played those songs. And he's an excellent guitarist. And I sang, and he played. And the Spirit was so strong. His wife was just crying. And he just grabbed my hand and said, when are you coming back? I said, as soon as you want me to, Jay. And he said, well, can you come back next week? I said, sure. So this time I brought about 7 of those sheet pieces of music that, you sent me. And I brought it to him a couple of days earlier. Actually, Elder Hancock did. We were on a split that day. But anyway, I brought him that music, and he practiced. And when I got there the next Saturday, we were there to play. And we played and sang for about 2.5 hours. And just before we left, his daughter, who was dating a non-member of the church, came in the house and brought him in and introduced him, and we all sang together. And then before we left, Brother Giles said, well, when are you going to start teaching me? And it was just, I was just floored. And I mean, I knew that it would happen because we prayed beforehand. And we knew that we weren't supposed to ask him to hear the lessons, but we knew that he was supposed to hear. And so the only thing we could deduce was that he was going to ask us. And so, because we didn't want to get too pushy with this man. And he asked us to hear the lessons. And so I went to his daughter's boyfriend and asked him if he wanted to hear them as well. And he said that he would love to. And so here, I'm not going to say that I am the reason he's hearing the lessons because I don't believe it. But I do know that talents in certain areas are used by the Lord. And that for one reason or another I was sent here, just like every missionary sent to a certain area. And that may be it, and it's exciting to know that there may have been something that you did that gave the Lord a chance to touch someone's heart. And through singing, in this instant, the Spirit of the Lord just came into the room and really touched someone that hasn't been reached in 20 years. Other experiences, things are going great. We have 4 baptisms this weekend and 2 more the next weekend, for a total of 9 baptisms since I've been here, which is amazing to me. And once again, it's not me. They're just falling into the water, All we have to do is go through the formality of teaching them. And it's just exciting to be a part of it. As far as the people out here, they're great. They're great everywhere. You'll find that as soon as they see missionaries that enjoy what they're doing, that they tend to want to, help you. And that if you're not one of the missionaries that wants to demean the church and wants to embarrass all their friends, you don't have to be a great missionary. All you got to do is love the work. And they're willing to help you all that they can. And it's great to be in areas like this in the last area. It's that way all over the mission. As far as the relationship with the district is going great. My companion and I get along great. And the elders that we live with are having a good time with them, learning from each other. One of the elders in the district went home today, and he was excited to go, but yet he hated to go. He had done a good job. He'd worked hard. He worked 70 hours last week. He stuck to it till the end, and that's what I'm going to do too. Just want you all to know that I love you. I really do. You already know that, but I do. I'm happy to be out here. I've learned a lot, and I've been able to become closer to the Lord through the Scriptures and through prayer. Things that I did before, but never done it like I've done it now. And that the spirit of a missionary isn't because he's got a tag. The spirit of the missionary isn't because he's an ordained minister. The spirit of a missionary comes because he studies the Scriptures 3 hours a day, and he prays he prays 25 times in a day. And that if you want the spirit of a missionary, you don't have to be one. All you got to do is do what he does that gets the Spirit. If you want to be guided by the Lord, you don't have to be called elder or sister or anything. All you got to do is study the Book of Mormon and the other Scriptures and get on your knees and pray. And that's what brings the Spirit. And it just so happens that I don't have to make a living. And I don't have to make any grades. All I got to do is get close to the Lord. And so, it's a great opportunity, and I'm grateful for it.
Yes.
Hi. I'm trying to... Hey, I can watch myself. This is cool. I almost got it.
Dear, I can just see it now. They're going to send us whole tape home to their parents, and they're going to say, we're spending money for them to do that.
Pretty much.
You wasted all that money on this stupid cheap tape?
What's the matter, man?
No, really, Mother?
Father,
brother, sister.
all 14 of them.
But this tape ain't that long.
What are they talking about?
See? You gotta move it into the screen.
Yeah.
Don't you hate that? You go right and the thing moves left on TV.
You gotta hate that.
I hate it when that happens.
Uh-huh.
Don't do that. Man.
Anyway.
See my tag? Close up on my tag. Looks like a map, man. It says.
Oh no, it looks like a bumper sticker of it.
I'll make everybody car sick.
It does.
Yeah, it does. Except that was on the MTC. Huh?
Who's this is tape?
This is both of our tapes.
Yeah, this will go on.
This will go on both of them. You know, it's just sort of like.
So do you want me to get a close-up of you?
Because if we do one that's specifically for me, my parents will say, man,
No. Well, you can tell that I've got a lot of sun because we're in the desert.
see, look at, where's my finger? There's the white and there's the red. It's a nice contrast, huh?
You like that? So he's an artist.
But see, you can do that with my fingernail though, but it doesn't. Never mind.
He notices things like, you know, contrast and whatnot, you know.
How bad your hair looks today. And
Yeah, we only
this is
wrote.
great. I can sit and watch the TV and not even worry about what I look like.
Yeah, there you go.
Look at the camera.
Uh-huh. You know,
It looks like I'm a little woman.
Yeah. You know, your parents have to know that we're still the same people. They were, you know, don't you think?
Oh, we still got blonde hair.
Yeah, or you know, that we're still.
Cut! We're back. Oh, I'm supposed to be doing this. How do I do that?
We kind of got in a wreck, Mother.
My back's been bothering me, Mom.
Hope a good one.
Trying to teach Elder Packard how to do it, but it looks real funny when he tries to do it. I can't do this right. How am I doing it?
Well, you're doing pretty good.
There we go.
Yeah.
How's that?
Looks good to me.
It just looks like I'm falling asleep, so
Well, what
back that way.
Yeah. No, seriously, Mother, we just want you to know that we're the same people.
You know what's great about this?
What?
I can turn my faces at you now.
Glad you like that. Anyway.
I haven't even talked to my parents yet. Hi. How you doing? What's you do when you get stage fright? You scared of the camera? Your turn.
Is it my turn? Well, we're here at a
We have to
very...
teach them.
Oh, beg your pardon?
Listen.
Okay. We had a, we're here at the Gonzalez's house, and there's some really nice people that are fixing to go visit Elder Hancock's parents
What's this?
at the mop.
The brain-sucking spider.
Okay.
You know what he's doing?
What?
Starving. My parents won't even laugh at that one. They heard me think about it. You gotta record Brother Gonzalez. Well, it messed up your thought, didn't it?
Sort of. Completely messed up. So I was just going to say there's some good people here. And, uh-oh. Is he laughing?
Oh man, your mom saw that, she's gonna kill you. Jamie, come here. Come here, Jamie.
Physically abused this little child. I think he's okay.
Do you have to yourself on television?
Okay, buddy.
Huh?
I don't care, I'll let him see my parents.
That's right.
This is the kid that brute here just threw against the wall. Poor guy.
I mean, a little bit.
Just landed on the floor on his head. I hate it when that happens. He's gonna be
Like
okay.
the flower.
This in here is the minority. Him and his mom are the only ones with blonde hair in the family.
Hers is fake.
Hers is fake. Oh no, I'm on TV. Talk, Jamie.
Talk, Jimmy.
Say hi.
Bye.
Look at that, he's getting stage fright too.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
Don't put that thing in. Look at this. I'm gonna fresh braid his hair.
We could do that. You know, Mom, I just want you to know that you better enjoy this because this takes the place of the letters for the next 2 weeks.
All right.
All right. Yeah. So this is going out in the mail tomorrow.
See you, Jamie.
Yeah, see you, Jamie.
You want me to wear that?
You can stop now while we think of something to say.
Is it recording?
Yeah.
The video machine's broken. It's my turn now. It's all crooked. Now he's gonna fix it and I'm gonna sit straight back up again.
Oh, you're
You thought I was broken, huh?
Let me see if there's a way to...
How does he sit on an angle like that? He could have been riding a bike too long. Recording now?
Yes, I just pushed on it. I think it is. Let me check and make sure.
Yeah. Well,
What are
how'd
you
you do
doing?
it?
Yeah, it is. I just pushed in the middle.
Oh, you don't have to hold the button anymore?
Right.
Amateurs knew how to control the camera.
Singing and guitar playing is where we left
That's
off.
right. Well, we went back for our next appointment, and they sang and sang and sang and sang, and it was really good. And then he asked us. He just come right out and asked us if we could teach him. And so we're going to start teaching him this Saturday. And his daughter,
Which one?
Nancy, is it Nancy? Second to the oldest, blonde hair.
Sherry.
Sherry. Nancy and Sherry. But she brought a boyfriend home from Agua Dulce, and this guy's a non-member, and he sat in on the little thought that we gave the family. And he asked us if we could teach him too. So we're going to teach both of them this Saturday. It was cool. Because like we was talking to Brother Halliday tonight when we was eating dinner with him. He said, so are you teaching any interesting investigators? We said, yeah, we're teaching Brother Giles. And he said, are you kidding? He says, that is the most, he says, that's a miracle. He says, that's probably the most important event that's happened this ward in none of how many years. And so, of course, we realized it wasn't us even doing it. Because I kind of walk into appointments and feel like you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Don't need what to say. Well, I figured you'd know. But we're finally going to baptize Greg this Saturday.
Greg who?
Greg Daly.
I don't know.
Lives in Little Rock Ward, in Pear Blossom, which is about 1,000 miles from everywhere else, except for Longview Road. Now, some days we go and we check Haddock's house. Haddock's live clear up on the top of the mountain, 1,000 miles away, and we ride our bikes to their house. And it's uphill all the way. I'm not kidding you. Maybe.
Going back, it's downhill.
Hey, we get 50 miles an hour on our bikes coming back. Can we whip that?
Yeah.
But that's where Greg lives. He doesn't live there. Bronwyn lives there. Bronwyn Averill. She's his girlfriend. The Averills are trying to get to the temple, the family. Temple, which is spiritual, not temple. I'm trying to be serious, honest I am.
I don't know what that
This thing he gave me. But Greg is her boyfriend, and he's been going to church for about 1.5 years, 2 years. And he's gone to a lot of missionaries. And me and Holt started teaching him. Holt's my last companion, all you Packers that are watching this. I guess we're going to watch this, aren't they?
Well, maybe.
Or else,
It'll
this will
be
be
easy,
yours.
right?
Yeah, we'll see, yeah.
Okay.
And so we went up and started teaching them. And we're just teaching the family because, helping them too. And he sat on an area discussion because he broke his knee and ripped it all apart and he had a cast on so he couldn't move. So we kind of had a corner. And we taught him. He really been kind of wondering, ooh, here I go. See, I'm watching the TV so I know everything that's happening. And we taught him. And we committed him to baptism 2 weeks ago. And we missed the baptismal date because he didn't feel he's ready and all this stuff. But we've been talking to him and getting together with him. He's going to be baptized this Saturday. Which, by the time you get this little video here, he will be baptized. And it's really cool. I got to call Elder Holt, and Elder Holt will probably start crying, but it's a rare sight to see Elder Holt cry. He usually laughs, like me.
That's a rare sight also, is Elder Holt.
Around here anymore, yeah. Next month I'll be a rare sight around here too. But this Saturday we have a baptism where 4 people are being baptized, and 3 of them are convert baptisms. One little girl's 8 years old. The next Saturday we have 2 baptisms where they're both convert baptisms. These are my thrifter pants. Want them to borrow them for you? They're too big for me,
Doesn't go back any further.
but they're good to ride a bike in. So I ride a bike in, especially when it's sent. I dirtied all my other pants up, and I just barely got money today so that I could clean them. I'll tell you what, talk about a relief in finally getting that money. But
Talk about distress, trying to get it right.
is he gonna give us a ride?
No,
Hey.
We gotta walk home.
no, we're getting one.
We rode We're trying to increase our faith today.
Yeah.
We rode our bike, we drove our car to Little Rock, and that's 10 miles from Palmdale to Little Rock. And then we rode our bikes from Little Rock to Lake LA, which is 11 miles. So it's a long ways back to Little Rock, and a long, even longer ways back to Palmdale.
So we can't ride our bikes at night.
Yeah, what he said. We can't ride our bikes at night.
Quiet!
Boom.
David, shut
He has spoken. So we, as I said, we can't ride our bikes at night, and so the only way to get back home is to get someone to give us a ride. Did you find us a ride?
Beg your pardon?
Did you find us a ride?
Soon.
Soon.
Mm-hmm.
We're still going on faith?
We're still going up there. See, but the word missionaries, they need to be introduced to missionary work. And there's not a better way than on the way home. Call them at 8:30. Say, will you give me a ride, please? 10 minutes.
It don't matter if they just got in bed, but... See, there's a little characteristic about this town. It's a sleep town. Everybody works in the valley, the San Fernando Valley. Valley. Most people, except for Brother Gonzalez here, works in Little Rock. And they all come home. Well, first off, they get up early in the morning, and they go to work. Then they all come home, and they eat dinner, and then they stay awake for about half an hour, and then they go back to bed. It's a terrible life. That's why we're missionaries. But we're doing good. Last week we got about 70 hours of work time, or proselyting time. Proselyting time is any time that you're out of the apartment being exposed with this little name tag and this little tie and white shirt on. And we got 70 hours in. And the mission goal is 66 hours, and so we exceeded that. And it looks like Sam just crashed and burned.
Our bikes out here.
You're on.
In case any of you wondered, the kid died. It sounded worse than it was.
What's the matter?
All the blood just drained out of his head. I'll tell you, it's a funny sight with that black hair and the red blood. Oh, that light. Sister Gonzalez just told me I couldn't think of anything to say. She said, tell you about the area. Okay, I'll tell you about the weather. The weather is hot. Oh, isn't it terrible when somebody tells you how hot it is? If I could, maybe I can show you. Can you see that? Oh, can you see that? That's a sunburn right there. You can't really tell, can you? On the arm? Get a close-up of it. Oh, I'm moving out of the way, huh? See that? It's kind of bad light. But that right there,
Yeah, show them the tattoo on your other arm.
that there is red and that here is white. That's because there's sun up here and there's snow in Utah. But there's a guy in the ward that goes up to me every weekend, every Sunday at church, and he comes up to me and tells me how much more snow they got in Utah and the ski resorts. He don't care about the Valley Floor, he just tells me about the ski resorts.
Yeah.
So he's a real great guy.
We're like out of miles.
Here, you can have it. The Joshua trees are starting to look ugly.
Well, we got about 200 miles left.
Do you want
Cut it for a minute, yeah.
Back on the air again.
Because I'm an elder of many words, he's going to hear it and help me talk.
Anyway,
Comes from wrecking on your bike too much.
yeah, speaking of wrecking on your bike, you should have seen what he did to his bike. he was, you know, being Joe athletic.
Stud bike rider.
Mr. Carter here. Carter's our zone leader who can ride a bike.
But he's gone home by
He's
now.
gone home now, yeah. Anyway, and so he just rides over this little bump, gets a little air, being all cool, and all of a sudden, instead of clearing the next bump,
I broke my handlebars
he
off.
broke his handlebars in half.
Clean off.
And it was,
Back and forth.
no, it was rather intense. Well, first what he did is after the
I
first
should just let
bike-
him talk about the whole tape. No, go real quick.
First of all, he paints his bicycle. What he does is he gets a scotch tape and he wraps the scotch tape all around the
It
handle.
looked pretty good.
Pretty good, huh?
You wait till I
About as
paint
good
my
as a hole in
handlebars.
your head.
You wait till
Anyway,
I paint my handlebars orange.
traffic yellow.
Traffic
Safety
yellow.
orange. Anyway, well, that's what he did. That's why we're mentioning this. Anyway, he put this scotch tape around his handlebars.
So?
Well, and then he got this spray paint and he sprayed it where it's like candy cane. and it was like all blotched underneath, and so it looked
It
utterly.
looked good.
You had a brand new bike, expensive, brand new mountain bike Montagna. Some of the people paid a lot of money to get it. It really looked nice, and you just
You're not gonna say anything nice. You can talk on your own tape.
wasted it. But it doesn't matter.
Because I broke them all off.
Because he
The
snapped.
parts I painted, I broke off anyway.
That's right. He went over this bump and
Well, we won't talk about it anymore.
came on the top and just bent his handlebars. All just snapped them. It was. Then of course, Elder Hill.
And then, of course, that's like an incomplete sentence. Sorry.
Then Elder Hill runs over you and the bike.
Oh man. We're going over this jump, and I'm in midair, and I go sideways. I look at the TV, and everything goes wrong. This is right, and it's going left. But I was in midair, and I started turning, and I go, oh no, so I jumped off my bike, and it fell on the ground. Elder Hill just runs right over the top of it. Ripped my water bottle holder right off, and just bent my sprocket, so I had to get a rock and pound it back into place. Plus, I broke my handlebars off.
So now he's got
Yesterday wasn't a good day.
low bars.
It was your free day, though.
It was my play day, yeah, play day. It's not a word for it. So we went out and found an old 10-speed.
No, first you got a galvanized pipe.
You're just gonna rip me apart, aren't you? We tried to put some galvanized pipe on the handlebars, you know, because it's straight handlebars, not bike. Yeah.
it. Safety.
I'm gonna paint it. I don't care how much you laugh. I'm painting that. I'm gonna paint it hot pink. Hot pink and green. And then I'm gonna write it with orange letters on my bike. Mountain bike. I mean Montagna. Mountain bike. And he's gonna ride 100 yards in front of me all the time. My nose is black because I rubbed my candy wrapper on it and I got it all over it. At least it looks black anyway. And it won't come off.
You were telling me that you bought some galvanized pipe,
Oh man.
painted it safety orange, and then tried to see if it fit.
Yeah, we were dumb enough we didn't even check the size before we painted it. So we painted it and it didn't fit. So we had to scrape all the paint off the bar and then trade it back in for another bar. And the other bar's too big. So I went out and got an old 10-speed and ripped the handlebars off it and put it on my bike.
And so now he's got this mountain bike with these 10-speed lowrider bars.
It looks pretty bad.
Looks horrible, but it's better than no handlebars.
Thanks, beloved companion.
Yeah. But well, it's better than no handlebars, you know.
I don't know.
Well,
Ride down the road with your brake down here in your hand, squeezing it.
Yeah. So that's his bike experiences. I've had a few of my own, but I've been doing pretty good since I've been out here. No real wrecks.
No Rex. I did one the other day, trying to drive over to Dean Toll's house.
Oh yeah, he was standing on his pedals.
I went
with his
over-
hands in the air.
I flipped over my handlebars and landed on my back. I still can't figure out how I did that one. Magic.
You gotta ask your mom if your insurance is paid up.
It is. I got about 3 insurance companies completely covering me right now.
You
I
could
don't have
need
to worry
it.
about that. Yeah, I know, my mom. She's kind of nervous about what I'm going to do.
Oh, no.
Don't ride your bike, you're going to kill yourself.
Don't
Maybe.
walk, don't play basketball. All you can do is sit-ups, which he
Yeah.
does frequently.
Yeah.
What about entertainment?
Huh? Yeah,
Entertainment.
Elder Packard is going to entertain you now. Because he can do something that I can't do.
I don't know if I can pay for it.
Oh, you
What's
can do a lot
on
of
there?
things that I can't do.
Just have him stand up right now. I bet you can see it.
Okay, now reverse.
Push it up in the air.
Pat. It's all
Are we
automatic.
recorded?
Yeah, but I gotta back up or else I'm not gonna be able to see him.
There you go.
Wait a second.
You too.
Okay.
Back up.
Go for it.
Stop. Tuck your tie in.
Suck that stomach in. Push that chest up.
There we go. All right. Are we on?
We're on.
It's recording. There's only 2 dots.
It's 2 dots.
Lights.
Lights,
camera.
action. Okay, then. That's
Oh
good.
man, wasting valuable tape time.
That's right. We're getting the light on
We
here
need to
now.
do it.
Right. Okay, for mom and dad, this is something that people out here get a real kick out of.
Say, Mr. and Mrs. Hancock, this is just for you. And I made it up just for you.
Mr. and Mrs. Hancock, this is just for you. And I made it up just for you. All it is.
Sincerity, man.
Yeah, it's just a little ham bone, and the action, it goes like this. There we go. Right. That's ham boning. You can do it slowly like this. You know, or you can do it standing up,
Or
sitting
laying
down,
down, or
all that
I
other
wish
stuff.
I wish we could
What's
get
the
a
matter with your
paper
body?
out there and do things.
You know. No.
personal joke.
But anyway, that's hand boning. That's what you learn how to do.
I don't do it because I'll break my hand. Or something.
Something.
Slip and hit my face.
Good. Or you break your throat and you just gotta say, oh.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. You got it. You learn how to do all sorts of.
Wake up with a red mark on my neck tomorrow morning.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Anyway, you can make all sorts of noises with your mouth.
Have they used the tape up yet so I can go to bed?
Is that right?
Fine, fine.
Okay.
I guess I better get serious, huh?
Yeah, it's about time.
I hate it when I have to do this. Well, I don't care who's here listening.